at this point just breezed on right past goth to some strange androgynous J-rock look. But let's keep in mind, was I the first one to butcher goth here? No, I think we can give that to the author. So, without further ado, I know, you've been waiting for this literary masterpiece. Okay. Chapter 21. Author's note? Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? 'Cause that bitch Raven. 'Cause it fuck you, preps. Whoops, sorry, Raven. Thanks for the help. BTW, Transylvania rocks hard. I even got to go to the castle where Dracula was filmed. Later, we all went in the school. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. Slit. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Anobi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on, because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck off. Caitlin note? Homophone, maybe my favorite typo yet, along with viewer excretion and masticating. But something about homophone, love it. Okay. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. Oh, his black invincibility coke. Damn. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Side note, she reverses the cat and the janitor, so Mr. Filch is now Mr. Norris, and Mrs. Norris is now Filch/Filth. Okay. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser, son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under that cloak? He asked. Filth nodded. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late, 'cause now we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. You know, like he does. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess, though. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't that depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up, and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fudge, and Mystery of Magic walked into the school. Chapter 22. Author's note? STFU! Prep, stop flaming, okay? If you don't like it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? You suck. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock. Prep suck. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing blah, blah, blah. Vampire was wearing blah, blah, blah. Draco was wearing blah, blah, blah. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black, tight black, poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all of her cleavage, with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Ginny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. I hope they were also wearing those things. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. So apparently Crab and Goyle are now related to Ginny and Ron. In fact, they are siblings, I guess. So his dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism as opposed to Satanism. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. What the fuck? Why the fuck are you all here? Anobi, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, all right, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow, and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the Great Hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There's only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Enoni, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. End chapter 22. Oh my gosh. Love you guys. See you next time. Except for you, preps. Fuck you.